Exercise 161, page 412, question number 3. This involves a sine function, and in this case a sine function is describing the current flowing in the circuit involving alternating current. We've talked about these sine waves, and if we think about what this 5 represents here, it represents the amplitude of the wave, and if we look at the function we can see the peak value is 5, so that's verifying that. And also the rate at which this wave is oscillating is determined by this 100, which represents the angular velocity that we talked about. And there is a relationship between the angular velocity and the frequency. I wonder if you can remember what that is. And there is a relationship between the frequency and the time for one oscillation, which is this time here. And we'll be studying that in a little bit more detail in Unit 28 next year. So just for now, though, we're after finding the rate of change of the current with time when the time equals 0.01 seconds. And 0.01 seconds is around about here. And if we look up and drew the gradient, we would see that we're finding the rate of change, which is a positive rate of change at that point. And we can use calculus to find it, differentiate in other words. So the first thing to do is to differentiate this function. I equals 5 sine 100t. So if I equals 5 sine 100t, then the rate of change of current with time equals, when we're differentiating a sine function, the number inside, the constant which is 100, comes out and multiplies by the number in front. So that's 500. The sine changes to a cosine. And the rest stays the same. So the rate of change is given by this function here. Now we need to let t equal 0.01 seconds. So we substitute that into this function to find out the rate of change of current with time at that point. 500 cosine 100 times 0.01. which is 500 times the cosine of 1. To finish this question, we need to make sure that our calculator is measuring in radians, because we're using radians in this particular question. And you should verify the answer in the textbook.